What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome to our next episode and our final episode of the Wild Card Weekend of the Last Whistle podcast, man. We are back and we have our highly anticipated, I guess, man. Week one kind of like with this game, the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, man. I just don't know. It's one of those flip floppy games that everybody's just kind of like, okay, we don't bet against Tom Brady, but Dallas on paper should win this game. Dallas is the better team, but something about the GOAT, something about the GOAT, all just it keeps him in, man. It keeps him in. This is going to be a great game. The winner of this game goes on to face the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, it's it's a toss up. This game is very much so a toss up. I see why a lot of people, even like sports bettors across, are having a tough time trying to figure out, okay, what are we setting the spread to for this game, not knowing what is going to happen. Whether we're gonna have a Tom Brady eruption and Mike Evans eruption like we had the previous week or 2 weeks ago rather against my beloved Carolina Panthers, or are we gonna see Dak Prescott tighten this thing up, man? I mean, seven. I think he led the NFL in interceptions this year, without even playing the full season. Only played 13 games, and every game that he did play coming into the back half of the season, he had an interception. He had, I mean, ugly one against Washington. He had an ugly one against Jacksonville that cost him the game. And at this point, I mean, you really have to think like, what type of Dak Prescott are we gonna get going into this wild card weekend game where he really needs to almost be damn near flawless in order to overcome the GOAT. Even though this is not the same Tampa Bay team that we've had in previous years, this is still a team that will force turnovers, can force turnovers. And the last thing that you want to do in a playoff situation, I don't care what team he's on, is give Tom Brady more possessions and more opportunities to get points on the board because he will capitalize more often than not. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, they need to run the football. They need to beat Tampa up. They need to beat Tampa up. Be smart with the football. Use Zeke. Use Pollard out the backfield and in the passing game. Keep the pocket clean. Keep Dak upright. CD Lamb needs to win. When Todd Bowles is calling these blitz packages for the Tampa Bay defense, CD's got to win one on one. Noah Brown's got to win one on one. Dalton Schultz got to win one on one. Michael Gallup got to win one on one. These guys got to win one on one situation because Todd Bowles is going to dial up that blitz. He's going to pressure Dak Prescott and force Dak Prescott into making some quick decisions that may lead into turnovers. So we're gonna see how the Dallas Cowboys prepare for that. As it goes for the Cowboys defense, it is very simple. The formula is always the same every time you step in to, I guess the I guess into when you step into this war zone against Tom Brady. It's very simple. Pressure him. Get to the GOAT. Do not let him have all day. Do not, you have to keep him on the move. You have to keep him feeling like there is somebody always on his back. You have to pressure the GOAT. Micah Parsons needs to be coming off the edge. Like, I mean, they need to be like a pack of hyenas, the whole Dallas defense making sure that Brady is pressured. Whether you got to call a blitz from the edge, you can even bring a corner on the blitz. Whatever you have to do, the goat needs to be he. You have to make him as uncomfortable as possible. You have to make him as comfortable as possible. As for the secondary, they cannot gamble. The Bucks, they're going to run double moves. They're going to send Mike Evans on some double moves. They're going to send Chris Godwin on some double moves. They're going to try to get Trayvon Diggs caught on one or two big plays. You gotta read the route. You gotta read the receiver's hips. Don't gamble. Don't gamble too much. Don't gamble too much. There's a lot. I mean, with the Dallas Cowboys, when you really look at this on paper, you would think that this team should win this game, but it's it's hard for me to see a situation. I just don't trust. I don't know if Dak cannot turn the football over, and I think that's the difference in the game. I think the Cowboys got to play flawless, and the Cowboys are too known for shooting themselves in the foot with penalties, and Dak Prescott with turnovers. I'm going with Tampa Bay in this one. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. I'm going with the GOAT to have a rematch against the San Francisco 49ers. It's been good. It's been a good season. Dallas will have a lot to think about going into this off season with Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones will have a lot of explaining to do. Dak Prescott will have a lot of explaining to do. Still waiting for that massive deal that he got from Jerry Jones to be justified. And unfortunately, Tom Brady is still going to be haunting a lot of us playoff people because he's always going to be somewhere in around that hunt for the playoffs. But really, for either team, this is where the road ends as the winner goes to San Francisco. So I appreciate you guys for tuning into this episode of the Last Whistle podcast. Make sure you follow my socials in the links below. Hope you guys enjoyed today's game. Enjoy Wildcard Weekend. Next week, we are on to the divisional round. We got some great games, Eagles and Giants. We got I think we have Bills and Bengals. We finally get to see that game. We're gonna we got a lot of football for us. We got a lot of football moving forward, man. But we are going to cover it all. We're going to be covering some other topics throughout the course of the week on the side. Probably talk about some Lamar Jackson and what his future holds in Baltimore now that they've been eliminated. But thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. Be sure to hit that like button, share with your friends and family. Peace.